Alright, so you have your tile ready to go, down ready to go. Now, there are two sides of the tile. Remember we talked about factory edge and cut edge. Because you're using all three pieces, you will have one that has both the both cut edges. But I like to use the most visible parts of the room, use the tile with the factory edge, and keep that up. Because if you do that, then when it's down, you see this part the most. You see that nice edge, and you want that facing up. If you decide to use any of the transition pieces, you can slide those back, and that adds a nice touch to this as well. I'm not going to for this bathroom, but you can do that if you want. It really does make it look nice. So, set it, just keep it by the wall here, and all you want to do is squeeze, and just go along and you make like an S pattern. You don't need a lot, but make sure you have enough, and then release. Now you notice it's still coming out slowly, so just take it, put it over top of your tile. Okay, so now all you do is you slide the tile up to the wall and stick. Slide it back and forth a couple times, line it up to your grout lines, and you're done. All there is to it. So we'll just go over one more real quick. Get it ready. Glue it down. And lift and stick. And that's all there is to it. There's your baseboard. Same idea we were saying about lining up the grout line. You want to line it up here as well. So make sure you continue to do that, keeping that lined up. If we were talking about this difference in size of tile, if the tile is too big or too small, just make up the difference one way or the other so you don't have extremes later on. Just always continually make sure you're close to there. If you have to shove it over a bit more to make the next one work, do that. But don't have really small grout lines in some spots, really big. Just keep them fairly even. And that's all there is to it. So once these dry, you can just put your grout in there. Now I have done it where I've laid the whole baseboard and then grouted right after. This stuff is pretty forgiving in that case. You don't necessarily have to wait. I'd recommend it because you can get into your grouting and you'll shove one way or the other way, but it is possible. That's another thing I like about this product. If you're not tiling on a concrete floors obviously are very, very, very solid, so you don't have to worry about any movement. If you're on a wood floor or anything on the second or third floors, you can have movement. So what is recommended is you take your baseboard and you lift it up. Just a touch. Now it's a little harder because I've already gotten it down, but normally it's not this. Alright, okay, there we go. What you can do is you can slide, it's about this big distance as your 6-in-1 tool, or you can even take one of your tile spacers and shove one on each end, and that'll hold it up enough. So that gives it that space so that if the floor does shift, it doesn't pop your baseboard off. Alright, so that's all there is to baseboard. And like I said, if you want to put the transition in, you can. Make sure you do that now, don't wait. And that's it for our bonus.